brought 7 characters to this testing ground.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun for us, and it turns out to be a lot of fun for the players as well. So that was really cool. Basically, across the board, in terms of feedback, we were looking for what did people say on social media, what did people put into their surveys that we ask after every testing ground. This is a huge insight for us. Tons of players played in the testing ground and gave the feedback, so this was a lot to go through. But kind of universally, it seems like players had a lot of fun messing with the characters, and we're really happy to see so many characters kind of brought to the power level that these characters need to be at. So for us, it was quite good. Basically, what you're going to see here is the whole 7 are going to come to Year 5 Season 2 at the beginning of Year 5 Season 2.
Okay,
so
I like that. I like
unleashed.
that. I like that.
You're going to see a number of edits to most of them based on player feedback. What parts weren't working, what parts were too strong, what parts didn't quite make sense. And we're going to try to short up each of these.
Aramusha might have gotten better because there's some things that still were bad about Aramusha.
Year 5 Season 2.
I want to see this.
JC, this would be a good time for us to kind of go over just like some of those tweaks that are coming. So you have the floor by all means.
Please don't change Shugoki. I actually like how Shugoki played.
Okay, let's do this. So first of all, Berserker. So Berserker.
No new changes.
Really
Good.
From what we had in the previous testing ground. So
easy.
Berserker was fine.
Easy. So Berserker is gonna ship as is. That's pretty good news. He performed quite well. The improvements were pretty good. So we're really happy overall with him. Next up, we have Gladiator. So Gladiator was a tiny bit too strong in a bunch of little areas. So we're doing some changes. First of all, Fushina Ictus, which is basically known as toe stab, it was dealing a bit too much damage, especially when you were landing it on somebody that was out of stamina. So now we've changed it so that it no longer unbalances out of stamina opponents. That's a big change to that move.
Oh, wow.
I think it's one that is going to be a lot healthier. We also have
Skewer.
Oh, wow. So Skewer had a little bit of
it no longer knocks him over.
It barely generates any revenge when it hits or when it's dodged. And so because of that, it became an incredibly strong ganking tool. So we were changing it slightly.
Oh my
goodness. So it actually generates as much revenge as most bashes in the game. So it's technically 30 revenge here. That should make it less effective as a ganking tool, but it's still quite good. And finally, we have the sucker punches, which are like dodge punches. So the front version is faster. It's now 500 milliseconds. So that makes it better at opening up opponents. You can't delay the side dodge ones. So
snap! No more.
Okay. You can only do them at a very specific, strict timing when you're dodging to make them a little bit easier to deal with. If you do like a heavy feint, it should be a bit easier to deal with. All the sucker punches also do less stamina damage. The stamina bully aspect of Gladiator wasn't something that we really wanted to keep pushing forward. It's like a bit of an annoyance sometimes, so we wanted to get rid of that a little bit. And at the same time, all of his sucker punches no longer pause stamina regen. That's also another big one that we're trying to move away from.
They're dropping bombs.
So next up we have Zhanhu. So Zhanhu was, I think, one of the most... Zhanhu and Hitokiri were the 2 most well-received heroes in the testing ground. So for Zhanhu, there's only 2 small changes we have for him. Basically, the zone attack speed is going back to 600 milliseconds.
No, we want it faster.
It was way too fast. Like, it was incredibly strong. I know
it's a matter of some debate, JC.
Yeah, a matter of some
that's
debate.
What made it good. That's what made it good.
He's now extremely strong in group fights.
Dang it.
Part of that was that the zone attack was a bit too fast. So back at 6, it's still very good, but it's not as strong as it used to be. And we're also going to keep the side dodge attacks as light parries.
That's fine.
That's fine. Intended for them to be heavy parries. There was a bit of a glitch, and they ended up staying light parries. And it turns out that they should have stayed light parries.
Yeah, that's fine. The light parry, that's fine.
Them being
I agree with that one. It should not be heavy parries because
stronger tools.
You really got to guess which side is going to come out, and if you get the right guess, you need to be rewarded. So I agree with this.
Still going to be limitless.
Yeah, still going to be.
But I don't like the zone. Thank you. Here we go. Increased forward momentum. Thank you.
Pretty well received, like Steph was saying. They're all well received, so it doesn't really matter. But the Aramusha, the big change that we're doing on him is that he still had issues with reach. So
that's
a lot of the time when you were doing either like his top heavy soft feint to ring the bell or a lot of different things,
his mix-ups work. This should make all his mix-ups work.
Really effectively just backdash, like hold back in the backdash, and backdodge and be able to avoid a lot of his options. So we've given him a lot more range on most of his attacks, all of his like neutral heavies, infinite lights, all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
But it's harder to just hold back and kind of deal with it.
Right.
Yeah, he's able to reach out a little bit more and hit you. So that should really help our Musha.
Oh, Musha's going to be a beast. Musha's going to be a beast.
As our Musha fan, thank you.
Perfect. That's good. So Shugoki is the more contentious one, but we felt that the changes that we've done to Shugoki actually make him a lot healthier to play.
Big stamina consumption. Okay, good, because you could glitch it. And then Demons Embrace recovery reduced. Okay.
From what we had on testing grounds. First off was Charge of the Oni. There was a little bit of a bug/issue where you could just mash the sprint button and you could do like crazy demon drift things and what people were telling us. So it was interesting, it was funny, but at the same time, you know, it wasn't really working as intended. So now we fixed the stamina consumption on him. You can still mash sprint if you want.
Kenzo back with that Armusha.
Fast, so it's no longer.
Predator, you want to duel? Oh, dang.
And we've also lowered the Demon's Embrace recovery.
I don't think I'll be playing anymore for Honor tonight.
That, it's not as punishing when you do.
I was gonna hop off after the dev stream.
So just before we jump off on that one, I know that a lot of the Shugoki, some of the perception was a bit more contentious on this one.
I actually might be back on later tonight. Actually,
the surveys, it fell a bit more into like the Shugoki main side.
But don't worry, I still got you, Predator. I haven't forgot about you.
That ultra competitive level. We have a little bit of thinking like, hey, with rotation being a bit better, it's going to help the character. With Demon Embrace being a gank tool,
Strive? No.
But not a 1v1 tool, we're probably going to be where we want to be. So that's all right. And then you'll see a little bit later why we think charged heavies and unblockable heavies are probably going to end up a bit better.
I got you, Predator. I'll hop back on. I'll stream again tonight. I'll stream again tonight.
At some point.
Yes. All right. So next up, so Jiang Jun. So Jiang Jun also only has one change to him, but it's something that has been widely requested. The Dao Shi's choke. Now, I'm not going to say it the same way as last time when I got made fun of.
Choke damage reduced.
Douchey?
Yeah, that's right.
Why'd you say it?
I'm sorry.
Thank you for the prime, Jace.
So that moves stamina damage has been reduced by
stamina damage.
So this way you can't just parry a zone and then choke somebody and then they're out of stamina every single time. So it's still
I like it though. Guys, I like it because it was pretty damn strong. It was pretty damn strong, guys. Come on, let's be real. It was pretty damn strong.
That's for JJ. And then finally, Hitokiri. Hitokiri was like the second most.
That's fine.
Received
okay, the kick and sweep no longer. Paul stamina does less damage. That's fine. Endless Moray damage
but we still want to do
what is that? His
changes so that the character actually is a bit more fair to play against. So first off, for kicks,
side dodge no longer delayable.
Less stamina damage, and they no longer pause stamina regeneration. Gives you a bit more breathing room when you fight against Hitokiri. So they're not gonna put you out of stamina as they go all out asthma attack on you. So that should work.
It's fair.
Then we have Endless Myriad. These are the infinite heavies and chains, which are also guaranteed after a raid kick and a resweep. So we've reduced the damage on them a little bit because the damage being that high off and because
it's fair. It's fair, guys. Guys, the original testing grounds.
You should be okay with like dealing a little bit less damage.
Strong.
It's still good. It still works fine. But again,
I don't want to curse, but strong.
Keeping the
very strong
that she can get into. And finally, like we've did with Griffon.
Thanks again, Jace. Thank you, man.
Her side dodge heavy attacks are no longer delayable. Helps them being a little bit more reactable, easier to deal with. So that's one change that we're pushing towards a couple of heroes to see. But normally it really helps with reacting to those attacks as well, and now being able to also dodge multiple things like chargeable. Like for example, right, Hitokiri with raid kick and resweep. Some characters, including Hitokiri herself, really enough, was able to dodge and then delay their dodge attack so they could dodge both the kick and the sweep at the same time. Now this should not be possible anymore with with no longer being able to delay the side attacks.
It's interesting also because you can kind of see a little bit of our current line of thinking on like what are these side dodge attacks, how do we think they position properly in the game. Same thing with stamina damage and stamina pause, or stamina regen pause. We're starting to come around to a different line of thinking than we used to be on this. So we'll see how it goes going forward. But I'm pretty excited about the
yeah, we got to see how Glad plays, though.
Stamina pauses, like when somebody is out of stamina, for example.
We don't know how he plays yet, so we got to see.
Them out of stamina for a long period of time. That really helps.
You don't like being gray screen forever?
I'm not a huge fan of being gray screen forever. I don't know about you there, but it's not the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so I think that's it for the changes to the heroes.
Right, Morpheus. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
I think now we can jump into the future of testing grounds and some things that you are very excited to be trying out. The new testing grounds will be going live. I think
Glad will be fine, guys.
I don't know. July 8th. And once we show you what is actually in this testing ground, we know for a fact you are going to flock to it, and we are excited to see your feedback. But let's go ahead and roll out the red carpet for our heroes that will be featured.
We all know Shinobi's in there.
Round of testing grounds.
Come on. Who's in here? Who's in the next testing grounds?
Yeah,
Orochi.
Right? So we're starting with Orochi. Orochi's right now, like a lot of players are not super happy with the state of Orochi, so we've given him a little go. Should be really interesting. So that's good. So it's a pretty good character to work on, I think.
Okay, Orochi's getting some work done.
Raider, the big guy with
Raider.
Yeah, so Raider's another character that had a lot of people complaining about.
Let's go.
He's gotten weaker and weaker, so give me some changes to Raider. But see, there's a thing here, though.
All right, chat. They're kind of bringing back. They're kind of bringing this season back. I'm not gonna lie.
There's an empty space.
They're bringing this season back for me. I'm liking this.
Run up to that thing and
I'm liking this, man.
You know, like bending forward with their arms back or something.
At first, the season was looking a little dull at first.
Who pops up there? I'm really.
But
curious.
now they're bringing it back.
I'm sensing a resident sneaky boy.
A sneaky boy
around. I think.
Who's a sneaky boy?
A Mirage-like person.
A Mirage-like
we still gotta wait till July, but we'll have things to do. We'll have things to do.
Oh, it's Shinobi.
We all know. We all know.
I think that's our most.
God, I just want this character to die already, man.
So so Shinobi's getting
this
quite a few
Nerf
changes.
This character to
be super interesting.
So it just doesn't exist.
So
I
don't want to go into too much detail because there's a lot of stuff. But what's this? We also have option selects that we already announced.
Plus option selects.
But so we're also going to be testing option select changes. There's going to be a blog post.
No.
So
Chad, I rely on option selects.
Details about it changes to the heroes, the logic behind them.
Well, if you want to get bash selects out and GB selects out, go for it. Do that.
That should be really, really interesting.
Do that.
The next testing grounds is going to be really interesting because option select changes.
I want my zone
really end up changing a lot of what's going on with the game. So
that is facts, though. That is facts. It does change a lot. It does.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you guys for running us through that. That was like a novel-length expose on 7 heroes, 3 new heroes.
The zone one isn't that bad. I know.
So thank you guys so much.
It's just the guard break one and the bash option select. Those are
changes in game.
I hate those. Those are kind of toxic.
As well as
but I mean,
the testing grounds changes.
Even if they want to get rid of the zone,
about those,
I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I mean, if they want to do it, I'll just adapt. It's not a big deal.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, thanks, guys.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I'll just adapt. Like
Shinobi. We got news on Shinobi. So that's exciting. Thank you.
But guys, that was the testing ground changes. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure did.
It's always great to hear.
And I can't wait until the season starts. Let's go.